Ja Morant.
Mm-hmm.
After getting into it with like a 17-year-old kid and allegedly pulling out a gun on him and whatever, he ended up beating that whole situation, only a couple of weeks later to pull out a gun on social media in the club. This guy's his deals are worth hundreds of millions of dollars. He had his own Nike sneaker and so forth.
We all make mistakes. He's cool. He's good. He just hurt his hand yesterday.
Yeah.
Feel bad. That's one of my favorite players in the world.
Okay, so Ja's one of your favorite players.
Of course.
Okay.
He's
when you
jumping out
saw
the gym.
him, okay, as someone who's gotten caught up with guns in the past when you were younger and everything else like that, when you saw someone, I would say to someone, well, no, but you never really did dumb shit once. You never pulled out guns. Well, hold on a second.
We did have guns on a lot of covers.
No. I remember being in G-Unit offices, and I think you pulled out a gun on camera when I was filming
Maybe
you.
so, yeah.
Possibly. You're definitely wearing bulletproof vests and everything else like that.
Listen, everybody makes mistakes. When we're young, guys get millions of dollars. He's a star. He made up for mistakes. Look at it. Now he's in the playoffs. He made for his mistakes. It's just a simple mistake. He realized he's a role model. He, did what he had to do. He realized he made a big mistake, and for somebody who's an icon in basketball right now, to pull out the gun, he made a mistake. It was a big mistake, and he paid for it.
He got suspended for 8 games, I think. Lost a bunch of money. Probably lost a bunch of endorsements in the process.
He still have a lot of endorsements. Nike gave him a break, but he's still with Nike. I think.
I think so.
His
yeah.
sneaker is pretty.
I
dope.
think it was like a Powerade. He had lost a Powerade
and
commercial or something
hopefully
like that.
he'll get it back. It was just a mistake. People think about it. We're talking about people like, how old's Morant? 24, 23?
Yeah.
20.
Let me see.
How old is John Morant? He's 22 years old, man.
Age, he is 23.
23 years old.
23.
Yeah,
I mean.
Still young, and I know what you mean. I understand being a role model and, nobody asked to be a role model. Sometimes
I don't think it's really being a role
positions.
model. It's like you're not a rapper or an entrepreneur. You're part of the NBA. You're under this umbrella that has very specific rules and regulations.
I understand, but that doesn't make him not. I done met more black ball players that are street niggas. Steve Jack, like they was real. Allen Iverson, these are real street niggas. So, he ain't really from the streets. He from the streets. He from the streets. Everybody from the streets. Sometimes we just make mistakes, but then you realize he made his mistake. He paid for it. Got fined crazy. Games. He realized, listen, I'm a role model. It's bigger than that. But he's young, man. He's 23.
Like, when I heard about it, the first thing I thought was our last interview when you said, a gun is not a toy. I don't put a dress on it. I don't play around with it. I don't flash it. I don't show it off. It's a gun. It's there for a very specific reason, which is to kill someone in self-defense.
How many stories have you heard of people playing with guns and somebody get hurt?
Lots of stories. Lots of stories.
I've heard lots from me coming up to a teenager to now. Like, lots of stories. Done seen people with guns playing with it on their waist, going off, gun shot on the floor by accident.
Cheddar Bob.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne shot himself in the chest on accident,
This
right?
is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So a gun is nothing to play with. It gets you in big trouble. And if you
I've never understood that. Like, I have guns in my house. I've never had them out when people came over. Yeah. I've never, if someone, like, if I was in studios, or I've been in studios where people had their guns out, I would never even touch those guns.
Oh, no, I'm not
God forbid my fingerprints show up on this shit.
On, yeah. Come on, that's rule
That's
number
what I'm
one.
saying. I wouldn't even get close to it.
If somebody got some guns out, you sit there and touch it, your DNA is all over
that's
that.
It.
Are you nuts?
Yeah.
That's rule number one.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't play with people's guns, and I don't play with guns at all. It's not nothing to, glorify. And like I said, if I got to go somewhere where I have to bring a gun, I prefer not to go because I'm not licensed to carry. So I'm a felon. Yeah. I would tell all the young kids out there that don't have felonies, you can get your concealed weapon now. Do it legally, do it the right way. Because I feel like New York is going to turn into a self-defense state with the conceal and carry now. So do it the right way.
Yeah.
I tell my son, I tell everybody, listen, go get your concealed license and, do it the right way and don't think just because you got it. Because I've seen guys that have a gun license and they blow it. A dude sneeze, achoo, and they pulling out their gun. I done seen that, being in the G-Unit entourage, dudes had a license and they lose it right away because they feel like Dirty Harry with the
Yeah.
revolver. You know what I mean? So a gun is not something to make you tougher, or a gun is not nothing to play with. But I mean, you know, I suggest people just get licensed and do it the right way. Because I wish I would have never had a felony. I would go get licensed and I would actually, because it's a professional way. When you go to the range, these guys are professional. They're showing you how to really handle a firearm. You know, you dudes on the block shooting like this.
Yeah, sideways.
And this is why innocent people is getting hit and stupid stuff is happening. And it's really just protection for your life. A gun is not made for you to go out there and start trouble.